chun an Oscar and Vet and Shut and Upcliff. I'm delighted to be here singing and playing for you tonight, and you're very welcome to the concert. I hope you enjoy the music. So I'm going to start off with an English language song, a traditional Irish song, but in the English language, and it's called Bonny Portmore. It's still in the living tradition. It's from Northern Ireland, and Portmore was on the banks of Lough Beg, adjoining Lough Neagh, so a beautiful area there. And it's really lamented for the destruction of the estate and the cutting down of the native trees. So a little bit simpler, but a little bit like Kyle Cash, but again, we fast the gun I mid there, the Gala law, what do we do without wood, for the trees are all cut down, so it's in that vein. It was collected by Edward Bunting, the collector of the music from the harpers at the end of the 18th century. He collected it from a man called Daniel Black, who was a singer and a harper, in 1796 in Glen Oaks, which is near Portmore. a new reconstruction from the Bunting manuscripts of Eleanor Plunkett as a song. So Carolyn wrote Eleanor Plunkett, the tune we all, or a lot of us would know in traditional Irish music, beautiful tune, but the one that we know was one that was published by scholar Donal O'Sullivan in the middle of the last century, and he got that from James Cody, and James Cody had half of the tune. James Cody had all the words but half the tune in the versions he had. So the great Gaelic harper Anne Hayman in America made the point that Eleanor Plunkett and Madame Kiel in the Bunting manuscripts, it's the same tune and they're the same person. So she recognised it's the same tune, and she said that it's the same person because Eleanor Plunkett married a man called John Cahill or Sean O'Cahill. So that Bunting wrote that down as Kiel. So that tune, he collected it from Dennis O'Hamsey, and it has two halves. The second half is longer, and that was the problem with trying to fit the Eleanor Plunkett words. The second verse was longer than the first verse. It didn't fit with the tune we all knew. So this is my attempt to put the two together. So it's Madame Kiel stroke Eleanor Plunkett from the Dennis O'Hamsey the Bunting's manuscript transcription of Dennis O'Hamsey. So I'm just going to take some water for you. And I'd like to acknowledge I got great help from Eamon O'Broha with the Irish words of this. I might actually just very briefly read one, the first short verse and the second verse, just to give you the translation, to give you the flavour of the song. So, "O Nelly of the curling hair, whose eyes are the colour of green grass at the rising of the day, it's not a lie for me to say that you were descended from the heroes of Ardamach Brege, who earned renown of all the Gaels with the might of their hands. And everything I say in truth, with the excellent flourish of the gentle finger and most effective style in poetry and prose. Of all of this side of Ireland you were unsurpassed. O well-mannered, sweet beloved, if you value my speech, I vow to you that if I can, you will not be without music."
Say near Chobble